Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the MBA versus the MHA for becoming a hospital CEO. My name is Dr. Jeff Comer and I've been a CEO for over 20 years. Now, the reason I'm doing this video today is because I get so many questions from you guys on which degree should you get, which one is more valuable, which one will set my career up better. And the short answer I'm going to come back to in a second. But I want to say this, in my career, I have hired, I don't even know, hundreds of people, I suppose, C-suite people that report to me, frontline people, everything in between, lots of folks right out of their graduate programs. I've probably seen 1,000 resumes maybe in my career, a lot of them. And so when I'm looking at these resumes, when I'm interviewing these people, the answer to the question of whether you need an MBA or an MHA, it doesn't matter to me. Is the person hiring you as a CEO looking at your background? I just want to know that you've got one of the degrees. It does not matter which one. Now, there's really three things you're looking at when you consider an MBA versus an MHA program, and it's the same for both degrees. The reason you get these degrees, threefold. First of all, you need the basic credential, okay? You've got to have that degree hanging on your wall. There was a time in healthcare administration where you could have a bachelor's and probably become a hospital CEO. Those times are well gone, particularly for you young folks that are just starting out. You have to have the master's now to become a hospital CEO. So the first reason to get the degree, whichever one it is you need that basic credential. The second thing is what I like to say, the language. And I'm going to actually use learning a foreign language to explain this. Everybody here has probably had to take, Spanish 101, French 101, German, whatever language you choose. You go through 101 and 102 and 201 and 202. And during this course, you are learning the language. You're learning the nouns. You're learning the verbs. You're learning sentence structure, context, a little bit about the culture of the language you're learning. And when you come out of all these classes, you probably can't speak it very well, right? I mean, you can probably muddle through in class and respond a little bit, have some basic questions, but you can't speak it fluently. So you get those basics in school, you get the nouns, the verbs, all of that, then you come out and you have to immerse yourself in the language and really learn how to speak it. It is no different for the MBA or the MHA. When you go to school for those programs, you are learning about HR, about strategy, about finance, about statistics, about quality, about marketing, about all these different disciplines that as a hospital CEO you have to know. You are learning the nouns, the verbs, the language of the profession. But when you come out, you are not prepared to be a CEO at all. Please do not think when you get that MBA or MHA you're ready to be a CEO. You are not. You then have to start the career in the right jobs where you've got mentoring and coaching and people that can help develop you to get you ready to be a CEO. But that second reason, that language as I call it, is where you're learning the very basics, the nuts and bolts, so that you have those tools to draw from. Very important reason to get the MBA or MHA. The third reason kind of ties to the second. I talked about the importance of the mentoring and the coaching, that first job. Your MBA or MHA program, you need to make sure it has a strong alumni network. I cannot stress the importance of that enough. Make sure that your program has a strong field of graduates in the field you want to go into, whether that's hospital administration or medical group practice or commercial payers, private equity. Make sure whichever field direction you take has a good, solid alumni network. For me, I went to Washington University in St. Louis for my MHA. And when I came out, my first job, I was so fortunate to get a great first job. The two people that hired me, the CEO and COO, very large hospital in St. Louis, they were alumni from my graduate program. That's how I got to know them. That's how I met them. That's how I had that introduction to them. So I got my first job, which set the tone for my whole career. Just by that alumni network. That's how I got it. So that's a really important aspect, okay? So again, folks, MBA, MHA, tomato, it does not matter from my perspective as a guy who's going to be hiring you someday. What I want you to do is make sure the school is a good fit for you, that when you interview, it feels good. It feels like a place you can really enjoy learning and thrive in. You enjoy the other students you're going to interact with. That's really important, guys. You're there for 2 years. Those relationships you develop in school are going to carry on throughout a lifetime. And then make sure you're getting the good, solid credential, you're learning that language and that skill set that you need, and most importantly, you're getting a school with a strong alumni network. Those three things are really key. MBA, MHA, does not matter, guys. Find the right program that works for you, okay? I hope this is helpful. I hope this answers some questions for you. Make sure you take a look at my How to Become a Hospital CEO video. I'll put the link below. That goes into a lot more detail on the things you've got to do to become a CEO. Please stay in touch. Let me know if you got questions, and I'll have another video out soon.